Welcome to Sunday, August 1st, Btv Muscle Minute. This week, we will be having a Muscle Minute on 3 different days during our Science Seconds. This is to fill in our Btv followers on the musculatory system.
Hi, this is Ben's dad, and this is a muscle.
So, the first question you'd want to know the answer to when you're talking about muscles is, what are muscles? Okay, so we'll start like this. What are you doing? Looking, smiling, breathing, listening, thinking. All these things you would never be able to do without your marvelous muscles. Okay, another thing. How many of you have ever heard an adult say, "Get some exercise"? Probably everyone. How many have ever wondered why? Or even, what is exercise? What counts as exercise? Okay, here's the first important thing I've said so far. Exercise is basically any form of moving your body. And why would you want to exercise is the next question. Because exercise, like running, stretching, walking, biking, lifting weights, these are all forms of training your body. Or, more precisely, training your muscles. Muscles are what make you move, and without them you couldn't do anything at all. You couldn't even smile, or even see or hear. Exercise's main purpose is to get your muscles into shape, which means make them strong and powerful and ready to make you move well. Now, there are over 650 muscles in the human body. Wow, that's a lot. So, to identify them better, we divide them into 2 or 3 groups. The voluntary muscles, or muscles you can control, and then there are involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles work without you thinking about them. The involuntary muscles are divided into 2 groups, smooth and cardiac. Cardiac are the muscles in your heart. The other involuntary muscles are referred to as smooth muscles. The voluntary muscles are usually referred to as skeletal muscles because they work with the bones, or the skeletal system, if you remember the super skeleton in the Science Seconds last week. Okay. Now that we're almost done, let's think for a moment. Stand up and walk around for a minute and try to figure out what different muscles you'll use. And I'll keep track of time, okay? Let's see, I have a clock over here. 1 minute. Go. How many muscles do you think you use? Let's see. That's 15 seconds. Keep going. 30 seconds. Let's go. 40 seconds. Start thinking. Try to figure out. Coming down. Is that time? Okay, that's all your time. That's all for now. For today, I'm going to guess, I'm just guessing, that you use at least 15 to 20. Moving your feet, your lower and upper legs on both sides, both arms and hands, your eyes to see, turning your head, ears to listen. Just makes me laugh thinking that there are probably about at least a third of you would have thought something like 4 or 5. Well, now we're finished. Come back tomorrow for BTV's August 2nd Science Seconds Muscle Minute. That was nice. Well, everyone, that's all for our August 1st Science Seconds Muscle Minute. come back tomorrow for our August 2nd Science Seconds Muscle Minute. Bye, everyone. Welcome to the August 2nd Science Seconds Muscle Minute, only on Btv. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to August 2nd's Btv Science Seconds Muscle Minute. Today's main focus is to talk about this. Sorry, I'm on this picture for so long. This is your body. Now, don't start saying things like, are you sure? It can't be. Because this is what you would find if you removed all your skin, which I hope none of you will ever do. The red things are muscles and the white things are tendons. Tendons connect muscles and bones, if you remember last week. There are a lot of muscles here, but believe it or not, these are some of the skeletal muscles. You can't see any bones because they're covered by muscles. Okay, but how do muscles make you move exactly? Now, these are the 3 steps. First, a thought forms in your brain.
Lift left leg.
Second, the nervous system will bring the message to the muscle. Finally, the muscle contracts, pulling the bone that is attached to it into the position wanted. Here, look. The muscle here contracts, pulling. Now, I'm certain you can tell me what kind of muscles these are. Yep, you're right. They're voluntary muscles, or skeletal muscles. And these movements are called voluntary movements because you control them. That's all for the August 2nd Btv Muscle Minute. Come back tomorrow for our final episode of Muscle Minute on August 3rd on Btv. Welcome to the August 3rd Science Seconds Muscle Minute on Btv. Welcome to Btv August 3rd Science Seconds Muscle Minute. Now, I'd like to say that the book described the muscles as the stringy things in the picture. And this is because muscles are made up of fibers. Okay, well, that's just one thing I wanted to say. Now let's name some muscles. On this picture, I've named some basic ones. The biceps are the muscles in your upper arms. They lift your lower arm, making it bend. The deltoid lifts your upper arm and it's located in your shoulder. The quadriceps straighten your leg by pulling up on the lower leg bones. I assume everyone knows what the eye does. What I don't think anyone knows is the eye muscle moves at least 100,000 times a day. The eye is part voluntary, part involuntary, because you can keep it open for a while, but it will blink eventually. The anterior tibialis helps raise your foot, and the sartorius helps you twist and bend your leg. On the back, the trapezius works with the deltoid to lower your upper arm. The triceps work with the biceps to straighten your arm, lower your lower arm. Gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in your body, in your butt. The hamstring works with the quadriceps to bend your leg. The calf works with the anterior tibialis to lower, straighten your foot. The Achilles tendon is a tendon in your heel named after a Greek warrior, Achilles, whose only weak spot was his heel. He was shot in the heel in the Trojan War. Next, I'm going to briefly explain smooth muscle. Smooth muscles are muscles that your body takes care of moving without you even thinking about them. You can't control them. For example, the stomach or intestine muscles. The eyes are partially smooth muscles, and because you can keep them open, but eventually you're going to have to blink. Finally, there are the cardiac muscles. In the heart, which are the ones in the heart. In the heart, there are 4 muscles. The 2 atriums and 2 ventricles. The right atrium sends old blood into the right ventricle. It works like this. Atrium into ventricle, and then sent to the lungs to clean it. You breathe out the waste, and the blood goes back to the heart, into the left atrium, then to the left ventricle, which sends the blood all over the body. Your left ventricle forms your heartbeat. Now, let's take a look. You can place your index and middle finger in any one of these positions to feel your pulse. Here, 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 There are other places that I don't remember. Try feeling your pulse. Usually to check your pulse, you have someone time you for 30 seconds. You multiply the number by 2, see your pulse per minute. Well, that's all. Come back next week for the Btv Science Seconds to see and learn some more about the body. Well, that's all for our Science Seconds Muscle Minute this week. Come back next week on Btv for our next Science Seconds next week. Only on Btv. Btv thanks the following people and books, websites for their information and pictures. The book Get Moving All About Muscles by Lisa Trumbauer for the main part of the information. The website infovisual.info, the visual dictionary. Health.howstuffworks.com, Discovery Health, and bodyreviews.info. Body care reviews for there are pictures of the muscles of the body. And finally, the website orthopod.com for their information on the lower leg muscles.